Okay, so in this video, I want to show you how to add negative keywords. And it's quite simple. You can go in and just add the keywords, but I'll show you where to find those negative keywords that you need to add because your ads are going to be appearing for searches that are not relevant and you need to block them. And this is what we're going to do. So in our search campaign, if I click on that, I'll need to go to keywords and then I can see negative keywords in there. And you can see I've got quite a few of them in there, negative keywords. Now, my search terms report is where I spend a lot of time just looking at the searches I'm getting and deciding, do I want to appear for some of these searches? Can I block them? And some won't be relevant. So it's just about scrolling through. And you should do this maybe once a week, depending on how much traffic you get. But for most advertisers, that are running small campaigns, once per week is sufficient, and that will help you to see what searches you're getting. For example, I see that one and I think, no, I'm not really wanting to target people who are looking for the Google Ads Contact UK. So I can select that and then I can add it as a negative keywords by clicking that. I can add it to the specific ad group right there, or I can add it at the campaign level. The campaign level generally is the better one because if I block it just for that ad group, it's very possible that it could still be triggered by another ad group, and which is what I don't want. And if it's not relevant um, for the business at all, then it's best to add it as a complete campaign negative keyword, and that's just going to block it and make sure it doesn't appear again. Now, that's great, but the limitation as well of doing that is because it blocks the full phrase, um, the whole phrase like that. So that's the one we block. Now, for example, there's this one I've blocked as well, PPC recruitment agency. So I don't want that appearing. Now, the problem with blocking full phrases like that is because your ads could still appear for closely related searches that are not in this exact format. So if I say, to myself and I think, well, recruitment is probably the word I don't want to appear for, I could, instead of adding that whole phrase and not blocking all the different phrases, I could go into negative keywords at the campaign level and then I could put recruitment as a broad match. If it's a single word, put it as a broad match and then I can save it. And so any searches that have got recruitment are not going to trigger my ads anymore. And that just eliminates a lot of problems because if you look, this is this month, 2,068 searches. Now, not many of us have time to go through all of this. And if you just selected them and blocked them and not actually block the actual words that you don't want appearing, you will still find down the road you are still getting some searches that are related. That phrase one, the phrase may have been blocked, but you're still getting other ones appearing. So you want to avoid that and make sure, yeah, it's okay to block the phrase as I showed you, the whole word, but try and look for specific words that are not relevant. For example, free is a word that a lot of businesses don't want for their ads. So if you don't offer anything free, instead of just blocking maybe free Wi-Fi products or whatever it is, just put the word free because it's then going to block everything else and put it as a broad match. You don't need to put it as phrase match or anything. Just as a broad match free, it's going to block all those. So that's something to be aware of when you're doing your negative keywords. You definitely need to spend time in the search terms report, just blocking those searches and making sure you're appearing for the right ones.